let me introduce you to the God of rock and roll. Right here you see Dio. Dio in Italian means God. I was speaking one night in West Virginia, and this boy came in and he was all drunk, and he said, Mr. Benoit, rock and roll don't affect me. I'm a Catholic. And he had this Ronnie James Dio t-shirt on. I said, son, don't say you're a good Catholic. When this holy diver, you see that he's got this so-called Catholic priest being drowned. Don't say you're a good Catholic when this man who's supposed to stand between you and heaven and hell is actually being drowned by this demon-like figure. Now, I want you to know something right now. You know why they didn't put my picture on there? Or maybe your pastor's picture? Because we dress with a suit on when we do our messages. Now, that would baffle some rockers, wouldn't it? I wonder why that demon's drowning that businessman. No, they didn't want you to think he was a preacher. They wanted you to believe that that guy right there represents the Catholic Church, or represents to millions of people, the church. See, they are not neutral towards the church. They're anti-church. Ronnie James Dio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in his concert said, the spirit of darkness came upon me. And he asked me if I wanted to go to hell with him. And I said, I'll go to hell with you. The young man that was telling me this story, he says, I got out of my seat and I started walking out of the auditorium. He said, I heard Ronnie James say, how would you like to go to hell with me? And all of a sudden he could hear these chants. I'll go to hell with you. Satanists believe when they die and go to hell, they're going to rule. Now, Dio, D-I-O, Dio in Italian means God. Now here, you see Dio again. It's spelled D-I-O. Dio in Italian means God. Now, you might say, well, David, you're repeating yourself. No, because I want you not to miss what I'm going to say. You'll notice that right here that looks like someone just took some white paint and threw that white paint on the top of that logo. Well, a boy told me one day, he said, Mr. Benoit, he said, would you turn it upside down? He said, I used to be a Ronnie James Dio fan. Would you turn it upside down? I want to show you something. And I turned it upside down, and this is what I saw. Look at that. It spells D-E-V-I-L, devil. Dio in Italian means God. How do you spell that God's name? Is it J-E-S-U-S? No, it's D-E-V-I-L. And for some of you who would say, oh, come on, Mr. Benoit, you can see anything you want to see. No, 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 no. Now you see that that's not just a white speck on that canvas. It is a cow's head, the decayed head of a cow, which is used in real witchcraft. Just like this next album that has the Eagles, it has a cow's head, a decayed cow's head. I was in South Africa not long ago, and out in front of the hut of this witch doctor, she too had her cow's head. On this thing, you'll also see that it spells very clear for those who were having a problem reading it a while ago, D-E-V-I-L. So when Chicago says God is number one, what is the God they're talking about? When these guys live immoral, they do their drugs, they do their illicit sex, they do all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they get an award and say, I just want to thank God for this award. What God do you think they're talking about? Is it J-E-S-U-S or D-E-V-I-E? D-E-V-I-L. Here's Ronnie James Dio, and you'll see him shooting this salute right here. This simply means Satan is Lord. It's a goat's head. I'll describe that in just a moment. Now we have some rockers.